Happy Saturday, Texas. We are back at it. Of course, bringing you the heat right here on the Connect Network TV on the CW. And yes, before the holidays, Wendy, we are getting into the things with women in business and female entrepreneurs.
Today's show is all about living in purpose,
Yes.
building your social proof, and launching your business with success.
All things that we need, right? As we grow, we're wrapping up the year. Our girl, Michelle Hammonds, is off today. Go check her out. I know she is dropping all of the fun stuff over at the Michelle Hammonds. But first up today, we're back with Brittany Renee. You may remember her. She has been with us in the past, also over in Miami. She's not just a consultant and coach who is living in her purpose, okay? She is also launching this amazing podcast. We're going to get into that today. You won't want to miss it. But also her brand new clothing line. Hey, Brittany girl. Hey.
You have launched a brand new clothing line that really speaks to your vision, business, and purpose. Tell us all about it.
Yes, so Signature Required was definitely birthed in alignment with my purpose. I wrote a book titled Putting on Face, and so I talked about the scars that I hid behind a smile. And so originally Signature Required was going to be an adult clothing line. But when I went through, all the things that I went through, I said, what is the legacy that I want to leave behind? And what is that one thing that no one can take away from me? And that was my name. And from there, I went with it, and, I live by inspiring until I expire and walking in my purpose. And so I really just wanted to create a brand aiming to inspire others to know that their name has power. And so when you sign your name, your signature means something. And, really just teaching our generation underneath us that their name has power. Athletes, entrepreneurs, entertainers, make sure you know what you're signing your name on when you're signing contracts.
So good. And what has been most interesting getting into the process of getting into the apparel industry?
Well, I will put this disclaimer out. I am no fashion guru. I love to dress. So I would say like learning, and just everything that apparel entails. Definitely new territory for me, but very fun in learning. So I learned to pivot in that also, knowing that I can have a luxury line, and then I can have a premium brand, and I can have basic wear, and so just kind of learning the different things and really knowing my target audience is very important, because you want to give the people what they want.
Yes, you do. And when did you know that it was time to incorporate this as the additional piece in your business? I know we hear entrepreneurs say, add something symbiotic if you're going to do that, something similar, something not too far away from your brand. What tips do you have for other people that are considering? How do you know if you're prepared to bring in this new opportunity and stream of income?
Well, for myself, it's really like I'm a walking billboard, and some people may not know their purpose. And so for me, it's just really leaving that legacy to really help people to understand that they have a purpose and they're here for a purpose. No one is here without a purpose. Sometimes we derail and we take, different journeys to get us back in alignment with our purpose. But really for myself, I'm a walking billboard, so no other place to wear it than where I'm at and the message that I have to share.
So Brittany, let's get into your podcast. Tell us about your show and what type of guests will be featured on your show.
So the Signature Required podcast, it is to really interview athletes, entrepreneurs, entertainers. We talk about business, entrepreneurship, and everything in between, anything that's tied to your name, really just allowing people to share what they have and their purpose and what their purpose is. We never let anyone leave without sharing their purpose and then, what they have going on. So that is what birthed the podcast, and it was a great way for us to market, market our brand. Putting the podcast out, I just was able to incorporate everything, and that's how we talk about entrepreneurship, business, everything in between, and that's the Signature Required podcast. So I was very much inspired by David Shands from the Social Proof podcast.
Fantastic. And honey, and when that signature is required and you have your family's name on some things, you start thinking twice about the way you move, and you respect, the people that you come from, and who you are. And it sounds like that, this is obviously what you're doing. Before you go, we need to know where we can listen to the podcast and how we can keep up with your business.
Yes, so the podcast is available on all platforms of Spotify, YouTube, Apple. We're everywhere. And we are at signature required _. And of course, you can find me at BrittanyRenee.com, BrittanyRenee247 on Instagram. And we're also doing a campaign right now for any athletes that are in college. We are looking for brand ambassadors that align with our purpose and our message, especially with the NIL now. I've been on the line with them. And so definitely trying to take signature required, to another level, and looking for all brand ambassadors.
That's right. And if you don't know what she's talking about, if you have a young student athlete in college, folks are getting paid now. You weren't able to get paid for your jersey and your name and your likeness, but that signature is required today, and folks are able to get the check. So I'm going to connect you with Brittany Furlow. She has a new show in the same synergy, broadcasting on the CW San Antonio, one of my students from Media Mogul University. So she's going to be a good one for you. Yes, people. Yes. And Brittany Renee, her information is here. She is Brittany Renee 24/7. Okay. Hence the Instagram. So find her, keep up with her. She's got a lot for you. And stay tuned, because coming up next, you guys, we have a fantastic show for you today. And listen, if your Insta feed is a mess, don't fret. We have the woman for you, Sarah Sweeney. She is next, and she's giving you tips on how you too can create a scroll stopping feed. We'll be right back.